right, Friday Night Fights rolls on. Ariel Agami and Phoenix Carnivale, pardon me.
Yes.
Ringside here at the Broad Street Ballroom. More hardware about to be on the line. WKA 140-pound title. Here's David Diamante.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Broad Street Ballroom here in downtown Manhattan, we are set to go with our next bout of the evening. And it's all being brought to you courtesy of Friday Night Fights Muay Thai. This bout is scheduled for 5 rounds of action for the vacant amateur Friday Night Fight 140-pound title. Your referee for this contest is Kevin Mulhall. Introducing first, he's fighting out of the red corner. He wears orange and silver. He weighed in at 140.2 pounds. He represents Pentagon MMA from Arlington, Virginia. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Gonzalo, El Inca Acha. Acha. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. He wears black with blue trim. He weighed in at a ready 139.6 pounds. He represents King's Combat Fitness from Queens, New York, Henry Lee.
Hey, fighters. Okay, you've both been given your rules on a good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Defend yourself at all times. If I tell you to break clean. You understand? Do you understand? Touch gloves, come out fighting.
All right, well, here we go. Friday Night Fights rolls on. Yet another belt on the line in the amateur ranks. World Kickboxing Association 140-pound title. Gonzalo Acha against Henry Lee. I'm Ariel Agami with Phoenix Carnivale from the Broad Street Ballroom. This is Friday Night Fights, and we're underway in round 1.
Both fighters right now, working on their distance and their rhythm. You can see like a tiny step in and a tiny step out with the footwork.
Good low kicks from both men in the early going. Acha tries to create space and throws a stiff left hand. Acha fighting out of Pentagon MMA in Virginia, but originally hails from Bolivia. As always, an international flavor here on Friday Night Fights. Good left hand. Oh, yeah.
Overhand.
Acha sizing up Lee. Good right hand lands for Acha.
Both fighters fighting southpaw.
And it's interesting, Phoenix, a lot of Muay Thai fighters, an incredible amount, fight left-handed. It seems to be just a preferred style of a lot of Muay Thai fighters.
Not necessarily preferred style, but in Thai boxing, because your foot will land on the opposite side and you switch kicks, you are really taught to fight both sides.
Do see a ton of switching stances from amateur and professional, certainly.
Yeah, you want to be able to throw power from both legs.
Acha reaches with the left hand and pays for it a bit.
A nice knee that ends that combination by Henry Lee.
Acha sticks
Going to a jab to the body.
Right, we haven't seen that all night. That's interesting.
And it's a great technique. I feel like it should definitely be utilized more, because in Thai, your hands are just up a little bit higher since your legs are the ones, checking the kicks.
Final moments of round 1 with a title on the line. Lee and Acha. We're through 2 minutes of action. This bout scheduled for 5 rounds. Acha and Lee. Acha known as El Inca. Again, out of Cochabamba, Bolivia. Henry Lee, New York kid. Had a lot of New York kids fight on this card so far this evening, with mixed success. This is the 6th of our 9 scheduled bouts. Our co-main event still to come. Mike Rosa taking on Jay Matias, followed by Alexandro Olave against the mayor himself, Elijah Clark, to cap things off.
Very exciting fights, and I'm really looking forward to.
I'm Ariel Lagami with Phoenix Carnivale, ringside here in the Broad Street Ballroom, our old stomping grounds. Glad to be back in familiar surroundings. Had a great show last month at Lucky Strike Manhattan on the west side. Now we take Southern Manhattan by storm at the Broad Street Ballroom. Round 2 now. Acha and Lee back at it.
See, Acha, picking up his pace a little bit. Lee as well.
Lee focusing on those low kicks early in round 2. Landed at least 4 of them. Acha using his boxing background to score upstairs.
Yeah, he's got a very good hand speed.
Did mention to me that he has trained
Nice
in boxing.
evasion by Henry Lee.
Now, do judges favor a Muay Thai fighter who is leaning towards his kicks more than his punches? Does it make an impact on judges if guys are trying to use the knees and legs more than the fists?
If they're judging by traditional Thai rules, then yes, that's the case. But now what we're finding with judging here in the States is that they're going by the more effective and harder technique. So if you throw like a flippy kick and it doesn't really do much damage to me, but I throw a huge right hand, then obviously my technique is going to score more than yours. So, you want to see both competitors mix up the game. As you can see, Henry Lee is throwing kicks, he's throwing punches, he's going upstairs. You want to see Muay Thai. So when it comes to judging, I think that's also a factor. Are they using multiple techniques?
Lee landing some thudding left legs to the outer right thigh of Acha in this second round. And you can see the redness on El Inca's right thigh starting to take effect. Really effective second round thus far for Henry Lee. Final 30 seconds of round number 2 in this 5-round title bout. 3rd title bout we've had already here on Friday Night Fights. Still one more to come.
And Lee keeps attacking that front leg.
And El Inca's leaving it out there to be had, and Lee is taking advantage as we draw to a close in round 2. Henry Lee starting to throw the hands a bit. Henry Lee making his presence known against Gonzalo Acha. Round 2 in the books.
Very good second round by both fighters. I think Henry Lee has started to getting his pacing and his timing a little bit more. He was having a hard time dealing with Acha's hand speed in the first round, so it'll be interesting to see what they both take away from the first 2 rounds.
2 of a scheduled 5 in the books right now. 6th of our scheduled 9 bouts this evening from the Broad Street Ballroom. Again, Ariel Lagami with Phoenix Carnivale, the renowned martial arts personality, the creator of everything martial arts, former fighter as well. Glad she's with me to explain what I'm looking at here at the Broad Street Ballroom.
Thanks, man. I think I need to make you my publicist.
More than happy to help you out there. Journalism degree's got to do something for me,
right?
for goodness sake.
What all that money you spend? You still paying your student loans?
Oh, you know it. Acha and Lee ready for round 3. Kevin Mulhall signals for the bell to ring.
Acha, looking to get in, right? Henry Lee looking to time him. He's really attacking that front leg. That's one of the tough things about being a boxing dominant. You sometimes tend to be heavy, especially on that front leg by relying on your jab.
And it's interesting with Lee staying in southpaw, not switching too much, Phoenix. He keeps bringing that left leg back and loading up to attack that lead leg of Acha.
Absolutely. And you can see Acha kind of switching as well.
He might have to just protect that right thigh after a while.
And Lee is smart. He keeps attacking the same spot over and over again. Sometimes you can take the 10 kicks, but by the 11th, you're like, That was my accurate description.
That is one of the things that shocks you when you're training in any sort of discipline in combat sports. You take a strong shot to the leg and you're not expecting it. All of a sudden, it just dies on you.
It derails you a bit, And you can see Henry Lee using his combinations now, not letting Acha set anything up. He's trying to set it up, but he's not allowing him to set it up. And he is attacking the same spot over and over again.
Those rear-legged round kicks landing low for Henry Lee time after time after time. There's a right knee sneaking
beautiful
through.
step-in knee that lands right underneath the rib cage. Acha hasn't checked any of these kicks. Now Lee's going onto the inside of the leg.
Acha did stick a left hand. It might have been his best blow of the fight.
He obviously has some really good boxing, but we were saying before, it is Muay Thai. You've got to put a lot more together. It's the art of 8 limbs.
Indeed it is. Final 10 seconds here in round 3 of this title fight. Lee and Acha. El Inca taking punishment on the front leg. Woo. He does stick a left hand in as the bell sounds, but another seemingly effective round for Henry Lee, Phoenix.
Yes, I would say so as well.
Again, this is fight number 6 of a scheduled 9 from the Broad Street Ballroom in the heart of Manhattan's financial district. Ariel Agami with Phoenix Carnivale ringside at this historic building, this historic venue, nearly 90 years old.
It is
downtown Manhattan.
But it always, like, I feel like Batman would get into a fight here.
It does look like a Gotham City type of venue,
right?
doesn't it? It really does.
Good.
It has a really
right, so I'm not the only one.
Very intimate feel here down in Lower Manhattan.
I actually heard that they filmed an episode of Gotham in here.
Wouldn't shock me. See, these are the things I have nothing to add. Pop culture is totally over my head, fan. That's why
man,
you're well schooled in all these things. That's
nerd.
why I need you to chime in on these things. I offer you absolutely nothing in these areas. I apologize for that.
I got your back. I totally got your back.
Here we go, round 4 of this 5-round title bout. Henry Lee and Gonzalo Acha. And it's still Lee landing those nasty low-legged kicks.
Well, one thing that Lee's able to effectively do is get out of the punching range of Acha by leaning back and throwing those low kicks. You know, obviously Acha's got some really good boxing, as you can see the power in his hands. But Lee is also throwing his combinations and then stepping out of range a little bit, so you can see that with his footwork. Beautiful kick that lands right to the midsection of Acha and a nice straight knee. Acha throws a good knee of himself. He's throwing some heavy leather here. He's really trying to touch Henry Lee.
Exactly.
There's that leg kick again.
Acha continues to try to do work upstairs, but Lee has just been so impressive with those leg kicks. It's hard to see Gonzalo making a big dent in the judges' scorecards. 140-pound WKA amateur title on the line here on Friday Night Fights. A right hand lands upstairs for Lee. And he goes back downstairs and goes with the leg kicks again. Impressive technique on display here for Henry Lee.
Yeah, see, even when Henry Lee is backing up, he's staying in his own fighting range. You know, good head movement there by Henry Lee as well. So like I was saying earlier in some of the bouts, you know, backing up doesn't necessarily mean that you're losing. You know, you can see him move out of range, throw his combination, move out of range. Acha with, you know, awesome boxing. You see he landed that right hand there. But Lee is mixing it up. Superman punch doesn't land flush, but does land. Acha goes for spinning back fist.
How about that? Acha mixing it up here, but still using the gloves more than the legs. Final 10 seconds of round number 4. Maybe Acha's best round of the fight, especially the latter stages of this round number 4. And there's the bell. So it's interesting. Acha sticking with his strategy here, not really doing too much with the feet right in front. He's allowing that swollen red lead leg to stay out there for Henry Lee to attack, but the grittiness and the boxing acumen of Acha allowing him to stay in this fight and land some good blows down the stretch of round 4, Phoenix.
No, he's got some scary hands, you know, but Henry Lee is doing the right thing. He's trying to stick and move, even with his own combinations. I'm using a boxing terminology, but it works for Muay Thai too, because he'll use a big knee or a big kick, and then he'll angle out slightly, just enough that he's out of range, but enough so that he can throw a counter of his own. I mean, yes, Acha is landing some shots. He's got some quick hand speed, so if he throws 4 or 5, 1 or 2 are getting through, but still Henry Lee is mixing up his techniques a little bit more.
1 round to go in this 5-round title bout. Henry Lee looking for some hardware, as is Gonzalo Acha, as round number 5 begins, and the two competitors touch gloves. We continue to see tremendous sportsmanship between pretty much all the competitors here on Friday Night Fights, and it's great to see.
You can see that Acha is thinking about checking those kicks, because he'll lift his leg up even when there's no activity. Oh, big knee lands down the midsection. Acha, you know, threw himself off balance there. He was on one leg. He was going to try to grab Henry Lee's head.
Henry Lee with another knee to the body of Acha. Another right knee.
Nice, good step-in knee.
Finally, Acha goes up high with the round kick, but partially blocked by Henry Lee. 5-round fight here for the 140-pound WKA title. A vacant belt
Acha
entering
throws a
action.
1-2. Henry Lee grabs him for the clinch, throws a couple knees in the midsection.
It would appear Acha is looking for that one magic punch to maybe put Lee down. But Lee's footwork and his attacking of the lead leg of Acha has really been the storyline of this fight. Good right hand upstairs from Lee. Combination by Lee, and a knee inside lands for Henry Lee. Oh, he's mixing it up really nicely.
Oh, hey.
Another good knee from Lee. Acha tries to continue coming forward, but it's Lee that's getting the best of these exchanges time and again. Acha staggered. Acha staggered now. Absolutely, Phoenix. Henry Lee sees his man is hurt. Final 10 seconds of this title bout. Can Lee close the show as he takes a right hand to the chin from Acha? Knees landing inside for Lee.
That was a big knee that landed to end that round.
And end the fight. Another tremendous bout on Friday Night Fights with a title up for grabs. Acha and Lee doing battle for 5 rounds. We will have a decision in mere moments. This is Friday Night Fights, everybody. We are coming to you from the Broad Street Ballroom in downtown Manhattan. Aria Lagami and Phoenix Carnivale. And of course, the Q Live Sports team bringing you all the sights and sounds from this excellent venue. Henry Lee out of New York and King's Combat Fitness in Rego Park, Queens. Looked to have gotten the better of Gonzalo Acha, El Inca out of Bolivia. Now fighting out of Pentagon MMA in Arlington, Virginia. We'll see if he came north and had a successful bout, or if the hardware is staying in Henry Lee's backyard. He's raising his arms in victory like he knows something is coming his way. David Diamante awaiting the tallies right now. Our own Phoenix Carnivale is in the ring, awaiting a chat with the winner. Again, the WKA 140-pound vacant title is about to be installed on one of these two competitors. Henry Lee saluting the hometown crowd. Trains under Dave Moy and Andrew Rivera at King's Combat. He's appeared on Friday Night Fights previously. We'll see if this is a championship appearance here at the Broad Street Ballroom. Let's go up to David Diamante and find out the winner of this battle.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get a nice round of applause out here from both of these fighters. After 5 rounds of action here at the Broad Street Ballroom, we go to the judges' score totals. They read as follows. Judge A, 50-45. Judge B and C both scored about 49-46. All 3 for your winner by unanimous decision. He's the new Friday Night Fight 140-pound amateur champion, representing King's Combat Fitness, Henry Lee.
A wonderful showing for Henry Lee out of King's Combat Fitness in Queens. He defeats Gonzalo Acha in a hard-fought 5-round decision. He's the new 140-pound champion, WKA title holder. An exciting moment for Henry Lee, another successful appearance on Friday Night Fights. And the action does not stop from the Broad Street Ballroom, and a group picture in the center of the ring right now as Phoenix awaits a chat with the winner. And here we go. Phoenix just about set to talk to Lee, but a lot of photographs going on. It's an exciting time for young Henry Lee out of Brooklyn, New York. Gets to wear the hardware in his hometown. Here's Phoenix with Henry Lee.
Henry, congratulations. We've definitely seen you evolve here in New York. Your opponent, very good boxing. Can you talk about how you dealt with that?
So my coach wanted me to kick his legs a little more, which I tried. And then at the end, we sort of knew he was kind of desperate to get the knockout. And he asked me to clinch him. I tried. He kept getting away from me, but I guess it worked a little bit.
What does this belt mean to you?
It means a lot, you know. Always wanted 3. This is my 3rd one. Now I get to look a little cool.
And congratulations, and I hope
Thank
you
you.
party tonight.
Well, there you have it. Henry Lee, 3-time title winner now on the Muay Thai amateur circuit. Well deserved after a tremendous performance.